And ever since then, she's had some interesting things happening, haven't you?
Yes, very interesting.
This didn't just happen at your house. You know, apparently it happened at my house as well. Let's show them what you have.
And so I'm sitting on my back porch in a chair.
Peekaboo, I see you. So we got Sarah on the ride.
Hey, how is everybody?
Now Sarah's actually a special guest tonight. She's a personal friend of mine that I've asked to come do this ride with us.
Yeah.
She used to live in my neighborhood and fun fact, grew up in my house. But she's moved, and ever since then she's had some interesting things happening, haven't you?
Yes, very interesting. I had just recently started renting a new house, and I'm playing inside the kitchen with my dog, and where I'm standing inside the kitchen, I can't see inside the living room area. And I'm playing with the dog with his ball, and I don't know how, but one way or another, the ball came rolling from the living room towards the kitchen area. And, you know, it was kind of just suspicious.
No, when you say rolling in there, was it like anything that could have caused it to like ricochet or bounce off of?
No, absolutely not. I mean, there was nothing inside the house for it to ricochet or bounce off to begin with. I mean, at the time we had no furniture. There's been another time where I was getting ready for bed one night, and my boyfriend comes running through the door, and he opens the door really fast and goes, "Did you just throw something at me?" No, what do you mean? He goes, "I just seen something run from the kitchen area to the dining area."
I saw something running, and was there anybody else there?
Well, my parents were sleeping, like, right next to my bedroom door across the whole
So
house.
obviously it wasn't them then.
Right.
That's great. So with that, anybody else, like your parents, anybody seen things or heard things as well?
Well, my parents have said that they have thought, you know, they thought that we had come home or something like that because they thought they heard the door open and close, and, you know, but no one's there. It's just them. And it's gone to the extent where we've had to go up in the attic and look in the attic to see if anything's in there. We didn't see anything.
You never found any kind of rodents or bats or anything up there?
No, I mean, the only thing up there was a lawn chair, but...
Yeah, I don't think the lawn chair's up there making noise unless... Ooh, that could be creepy. So yeah, how old is the building? Because, like, I lived in old houses that, you know, like, pipes made a lot of noises to the point that I've even had nightmares as a little kid.
Well, I mean, the house is actually pretty old, and we've actually had that same discussion, my parents and everybody. You know...
How about any history? Have you heard from anybody?
No.
That's crazy. Well, I'll tell you this, like, for most of my life I've heard people tell me stories, and I could usually just dismiss it, that overreacting, or maybe they have dreamt it. There was a time, though, that I've had where I was cleaning my in-laws' place, and the upstairs, no one's been up there for years. It's just been cats, and the birds had to stay in the bathroom locked up because the cats would try to get on it, right? Mm-hmm. I heard a noise in the bathroom thinking a cat got in there, so I ran in there real fast, and when I went in there, the trash can was rolling just slightly. Now, the crazy thing is there was no cats in there to knock it over. The window was closed, and this was like a big, heavy porcelain trash can, so it wasn't easy to be knocked over even if I tried. So that was pretty unexplained. After this incident, you know, that kind of opened my eyes. So I've been a little more open and acceptable to it, but at the same time, it's very minimal.
Right.
But they do say, you know, when you're messing around with, you know, a home that they're familiar with, like how I was cleaning that house and how you just recently moved into a house, it does make sense. As I mentioned at the beginning of all this, I've been asking Sarah for a couple weeks to do this episode. Something interesting happened. So before we get to the grand finale here and show you what Sarah has for you guys, I'm gonna show you guys what happened at my house while we were discussing doing this episode. Let me tell you guys, first off, nothing's happened the whole time I lived in this house. I've been here about 7 years now, and well, there was one time it was really creepy. I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago. I was walking down my hallway, and it was middle of the night, so it was like pitch black, and I'm going to the kitchen. Well, my daughter's bedroom is right across the hall from the kitchen, and all of a sudden I hear, "Peekaboo, I see you." She's got this little stuffed animal peekaboo bunny, and it has this cute little voice, but in the middle of the night, out of nowhere, that's the creepiest thing you could ever hear. But again, that was something minimal, you know, and maybe something just defective with the doll, but that doll never did it again, so it's really still unexplained. You have the pictures ready?
Yes.
All right. Now you guys can see this is a shelf in my living room, and just look clearly, we're gonna do a little game of what's different here. Now we slide to the next one. So my first thought was, I have a cat and she has a tower next to the shelf, so maybe she jumped on it. Now even if she did, how did these fall the way they did? So the picture on the top shelf fell forward, the picture on the bottom shelf fell backwards. But craziest of all is that the statue has been pushed and slid behind the other picture. If the cat had jumped up there, it would have pushed it straight back or simply knocked it over. And also, how did the bottom picture fall? Now, as you can see in this video here, I'm shaking it as vigorous as I can without breaking it, and none of the pictures have fallen. So the cat, there's no way that she could have shook it more than I'm shaking it right now. And this is something that I noticed later that night after we had the conversation, and it's incredible. So it's really incredible, because like, if I had any reason to doubt Sarah in these pictures, which I don't, because I'll tell you this, if there was really anybody else could have came to me with these pictures, and I would believe them less than I could Sarah. And with that evidence right there, there's no way that I can doubt any of this at all. Now let's show them what you have. If you have a regular camera mode, maybe selfie mode, no filters, no apps or nothing like that?
Correct.
Alright, so first off, let's tell them what's going on here.
Okay, so it was just a clear, bright day, and I decided to go out back and just take some selfies. And so I'm sitting on my back porch in a chair, and I'm sitting there taking selfies of myself, and on 2 separate occasions I had this face come over my face.
Yeah, that's super creepy right there. And look at it, you can tell that's not the same brow, the cheekbones, those aren't even your eyes. Like, I get goosebumps every time I'm looking at this. I'm looking at someone else's eyes right there.
Well, I never really understood how to explain it. I mean, I've showed it to a few different people, and they keep telling me, well, that doesn't look like you. I mean, you guys tell me.
Yeah, you can see the lines in your forehead. You see even add up. It's just, I'm looking at a completely different person here. It's just unbelievable. So, yeah, this is really, really crazy, really incredible. The thing that really blows me away is the fact that this didn't just happen at your house. You know, apparently it happened at my house as well. So not only is this thing photobombing you, but is apparently following you around. How do you feel about that?
Kind of creeped out if you say it like that. I mean, in my line of work, that wouldn't be good because I'm visiting people's houses all the time.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, well, it seems like so far it's been pretty friendly. Have you had anything happen to you, like woken up with any marks, scratches, anything like that?
No, not. I mean, it's just mostly knocking and just different sounds, which is suspicious.
This girl seems to have like attached to you. I don't know, maybe they like you. Why not? This girl's awesome, you know. But doesn't seem like she really liked the picture of me dancing with my sister, though. But wait a minute, it's a female ghost. Well, you know, I'm a little flattered and everything, but it's not my time yet, so be patient. But anyways, really on a serious note, I was thinking though how, you know, it was actually a picture of me and my sister dancing, and also it was a picture of my daughter. So maybe she had a family at one point in time, and those pictures kind of reminded her of the family. I'm really like intrigued by all this. I'm blown away. I would love to learn more. If there's any, you know, any ghost specialists out there, any people who had similar incidents, please comment below. Let us know what to think, what to do. Till next time some more incidents happen, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Everybody have a happy Halloween.
Yeah, and so happy Halloween, and have a beautiful night.
A survivor, but a survivor thriver of MK Ultra mind control, satanic ritual abuse, and human trafficking. My father was a satanic leader.